originally will be a realized soul. That's Bhagavad.
Because Krishna is the source of the impersonal Brahman. He is the origin of the transcendental bliss sought by great saintly persons. 8. He, the Supreme Person, is your most dear friend and constant well-wisher, and is intimately related to you as the son of your maternal uncle. Indeed, he is always like your body and soul. He is perceivable as he acts as your servant and sometimes as your spiritual master. There is always a difference of opinion about the absolute truth. One class of transcendentalists concludes that the absolute truth is impersonal, and other class concludes that the absolute truth is a person. In Bhagavad Gita, the absolute truth is accepted as the Supreme Person. Indeed, that Supreme Person himself, Lord Krishna, instructs in Bhagavad Gita, Brahmana hi pratistaham, mattah parataram nanyat. The impersonal Brahman is my partial manifestation, and there is no truth superior to me. The same Krishna, the Supreme Personality Godhead, acted as the supreme friend and relative of the Pandavas, and sometimes he even acted as their servant by carrying a letter from the Pandavas to Dhritarashtra and Yudhishthira. Because Krishna was the well-wisher of the Pandavas, he also acted as a guru, by becoming the spiritual master of Arjuna. Arjuna accepted Krishna as a spiritual master, Sishtaste Hum Sadhinam Tam Pravanam. And Krishna sometimes chastised him. For example, the Lord said, Asatyam nasosastum pragyampadam chavasase. While speaking learned words, you are mourning for what is not worthy of grief. The Lord also said, Kutasto akasmalam idam visami sampastidam. My dear Arjuna, how have these impurities come upon you? Such was the intimate relationship between Pandavas and Krishna. In the same way, if you are devoted to the Lord, he is always with Krishna. And through thick and thin, his way of life is Krishna. This is the statement of the authority Srimad. Something very little to you in English. Today's special program, Sunday program. If you have questions, you may ask in English. You understand? Topic under discussion is here about this Brahman. The impersonal Brahman. It's Krishna himself, because Krishna is the source of impersonal Brahman. His origin, transcendental bliss for the great saintly persons. He is the Supreme Person. Nardamani says to Pandavas that he is your most dear friend and constant well-wisher. My revered spiritual master, Srimad Swami Maharaja, says in his purport, there is always a different opinion about the absolute truth. One class of transcendentalists conclude that the absolute truth is impersonal, and another class concludes that the absolute truth is personal. You understand? This difference of opinion. But what is the real truth? What is the real truth? One should understand it clearly. whether it's personal or impersonal. You understand? So, the absolute truth, in Bhagavad Gita, the absolute truth is accepted as Supreme Person. See, that Supreme Person himself is Krishna. He himself has said, Brahmani Krishna, Aham Matta Paraparam Nahana. The impersonal Brahman is my partial manifestation. There is no truth superior to me. You understand? That's it. Then, in Bhagavad Gita, the Supreme Personality of God, Krishna, gives instruction to Arjuna in battle of Kurukshetra. That is the teaching of Bhagavad Gita. You understand? That is the essence of all Vedas. In that Bhagavad Gita, Krishna instructed confidential, more confidential, most confidential instruction again. You understand? So Arjuna, he taught whole humanity. You understand? Srahudam sarvabhutana. I am the only well-wisher friend of all living entities, Krishna. So he gave all these instructions. Confidential, more confidential, most confidential. Manmana bhava bhakta madjadi mangnostu mangavesyasi sabadhaman paritejya mami saranam. Most confidential. Then he wound up his lila pastime, went to his abode at the end of Dwapar Yuga. Then Kaliyuga came. As is the supreme well-wisher friend, Srihudam, all living entities, is thinking there. I gave all these instructions. Confidential, more confidential, most confidential. How many will understand it? Even this is Kaliyuga. Consciousness is very, very low because of sinful activity. Kaliyuga, sinful activity is rampant. All are engaged in sinful activity. You understand? All are eating uneatable things, not to be eaten. Isn't it? Consciousness is so low, covered. How can they understand? It's not easy thing to understand Krishna and his teaching. However, great, powerful, intelligent, learned, maybe a person, still he cannot understand Krishna and his teachings. Nobody can understand Krishna and teachings through his own merit, intelligence, abundant knowledge, strength, fidelity. No. You understand? Only Krishna's krupa, mercy is required. If out of causeless mercy manifests himself before somebody, then he can understand, he can see. Otherwise not possible. You understand? Who gets us kripa? Dear devotee. One who is his dear devotee, he gets the kripa of Krishna. And Krishna is always manifested there before such a devotee. Premanjana Churita Bhakti. One who has endowed with such eyes, Bhakti Chakshu, eye of devotion, has smeared this Premanjana in his eye. He can see the all beautiful Shyam Sundar of Krishna. Otherwise not possible. You understand? And he knows Krishna Tattva. Otherwise, the others, those are not devotees, non-devotees, karmi, jnani, yogi, they cannot know. They say Brahman, impersonal Brahman, some say Paramatma. The partial manifestations, not complete. Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, Bhagavaneti, Satyati. Three things are said about absolute truth. Brahman, Paramatma, Brahma Prakash, or Brahman manifestation, Paramatma manifestation, Bhagavan. Bhagavan manifestation is complete. Whereas Brahma manifestation and Paramatma is partial. You understand? The one who is endowed with this bhakti chakya, eye of devotion, Brahmanjana Srita, he sees complete Bhagavan, Shyam Sundar. And he knows what is Brahman and what is Paramatma. How they are partial manifestation of Krishna. Otherwise, one cannot understand it. Therefore Mahaprabhu has taught this thing. Veda Purane kahe Brahma Nirupana, sei Brahma Brahvastu Ishwara Lakshana. Brahma sabde kahe Purna Swami Bhagavan Krishna Shastra. That Krishna came as Gauranga Mahaprabhu. The next Kaliyuga, this Kaliyuga, to teach Saranagati. Sarvadharman Pritijya Mami Kunsalam. How to do it. How to cultivate it in one's life. How one can cultivate it. Practically he demonstrated. You understand? So the practical demonstration he came. Because he thought that I have only theoretically spoken this process of surrender. Not practically demonstrated. The people of Kaliyuga, they cannot understand it. This is not so easy thing to understand. So he himself came as Gauranga Mahaprabhu, as a bhakta, assuming the mood of bhakta, bhaktavatar. And he himself observed in his life how to surrender and stop. You understand? That Gauranga Mahaprabhu said this. When he had discussion with these Mayavadis, Brahmavadis, Sarvam Bhattacharya, Prakashananda Saraswati, Veda Purane kahe Brahma Nirupana, sei Brahma Brahvastu Ishwara Lakshana. Brahma sabde kahe Purna Swami Bhagavan Krishna Shastra Pramana. Bhagavan samanda bhakti avidheya hoy, prema prayojana vede tini vastu kaya. Vedadi sakala shastra Krishna mukhya samanda, tar jnane anusange jana. Mahaprabhu said this. In all Vedic scriptures, this has been said. That means Brahma has been described. That Brahma is Swara, Bruhadvastu. Right? Brahma sabde kohe Purna Swami Bhagavan, Mahaprabhu says. Brahma means here Swami Bhagavan. Swami Bhagavan Krishna Shastra Pramana. That Swami Bhagavan is Krishna, Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. This is the injunctions given in all Vedic scriptures, Sarva Shastra called. And in Vedas there are three tattvas, Samandha tattva, Videya tattva, and Prayodhana tattva. And Samandha tattva means Samandha Bhagavan Krishna, Krishna Mukhya Samandha, Krishna is the principal Samandha, Krishna is the only Samandha. Everybody, everything is related to Krishna. You understand? Avidheya is bhakti, Prayodhana tattva is free. This is Vedic truth. If someone is fortunate enough and can have this samandha jnana from a bona fide authority, then he will be liberated from the bondage. Bondage of illusory energy. He will be liberated. And this is Vedic teaching. And then the discussion with the Sarvabhaumacharya, Prakashananda Saraswati about Vedanta Sutra, that you will find in taking Chaitanya. Little description is there. You understand? And most important thing and conclusive statement is that bhakti is the only thing required to understand Krishna, to know Krishna, to see Krishna. Without bhakti, one cannot understand Krishna, one cannot know Krishna, cannot see Krishna, and get Krishna. Huh? You understand? That Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita and in Srimad Bhagavatam and all Vedic scriptures. Bhakti is the only requirement. You understand? And Krishna is very dear to his devotees, his Bhakta Vatsala. So Narada Muni says that Krishna is so dear to you because you are all devotees. Sometimes he has acted as your servant, your order carrier, carrying your letter going to Dhritarashtra, Duryodhana. Sometimes his spiritual master instructed Gitavan. Sometimes your friend. Well, it's a friend. So it's like your body and soul is always with you. You are so fortunate. Oh, Pandava, so Yudhishthira. You understand? Chapter 10, text 50. Nadasya sakyat bhavapadnadadibhi rupam dhya vastu tayopavarnitam maunena bhaktyopasamena pujitaha prasidatame so sattvatam patihi. Translation by Sri Prabhupada Maharaj. Exalted persons like Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma couldn't properly describe the truth of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. May the Lord, who is always worshipped as the protector of all devotees by great saints who observe vows of silence, meditation, devotional service and renunciation, be pleased with us. Shlokara Godyanvadan. Prabhupada. The absolute truth is sought by different persons in different ways. Yet he remains inconceivable. Nonetheless, devotees like the Pandavas, the Gopis, the cowherd boys, Mother Jasoda, Nanda Maharaj, and all the inhabitants of Vrindavan do not need to practice conventional processes of meditation to attain the Supreme Personality of Godhead. For he remains with them through thick and thin. Therefore, a saint like Narada, understanding the difference between transcendentalists and pure devotees, always prays that the Lord will be pleased with him. Exalted persons like Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma couldn't properly describe the truth of Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. Why? Why? Why they couldn't properly describe? You don't know? Because their devotion is not pure. You understand? Brahma's devotion or Shiva's devotion is not pure, not loving. Huh? You understand? If you don't have been pure, loving, then how could Brahma be pure? How could Shiva be agitated by seeing Mohini Murti of Vishnu? So, this is the test. Proof. You understand? So Nardamuni says this. Exalted persons like Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma couldn't propel the truth of Supreme Personality Godhead Krishna. Do you understand? Only pure devotees, premi bhaktas, those who are completely surrendered at the lotus feet of Krishna, they can understand Krishna, they can know Krishna, they can properly describe Krishna. You understand? This is most important thing. Therefore, here it is said, the gopis, the cowherd boys, Mother Jasoda, Nanda Maharaj, and the inhabitants of Vrindavan do not need to practice any conventional processes of meditation to attain Supreme Personality of Godhead. You see? For he remains with them so he can feel. You understand? Because they have developed prem bhakti, love towards, pure love towards Krishna, pure devotion. You understand? This pure devotion doesn't need any renunciation, any tapasya, austerity, penance, meditation, like that. Jnana, vairagya. You understand? This is something different. And that is stated. What is that? Pure bhakti. What is par? What is punya? And what is bhakti? You understand? What is par? What is punya? And what is bhakti? Huh? It is said, if it is possible to make all the human beings in this world assemble, make them assemble and take a vote. Just take vote. Then, what will be the result? Will come out. We will put these ballot boxes. You understand? One ballot box for the satkarma, punya karma, auspicious activity. Do you understand? One ballot box for karma misra bhakti. You understand? Karma jnana misra bhakti. And one ballot box for pure bhakti, unmixed bhakti, Sud bhakti. You understand? We will put this ballot box and take vote. What will be the result? In which box more vote will be cast?
Punya karma.
Yes. That is said. If we assemble all the people whole world and take vote, then we'll find that the sat karma or punya karma will get 99% of vote. You see, 99% of vote punya karma, sat karma will get, isn't it? And if fortunately 1% vote will be cast for bhakti, that will be karma mishra bhakti, not pure devotion. Isn't it? So pure devotion is how rare. Do you understand? All say, only through lips. Only through lips. About pure devotion, through bhakti. But in actuality, they are deluded. Though Brahma speaks about pure devotion, Lord Shiva says, but still they are deluded. They cannot understand. They cannot practice it. You see. Here in this material world, in practical field, we observe those who are feeding the poor. Do you understand?
Yes.
Giving food. Daridra, Vannudan. And those who are making arrangements of treatment of the poor, of the diseased person. Do you understand? And those who have made arrangements for imparting this material education. You understand? People say these people are dharmic, religious-minded persons. Isn't it? Religious-minded, dharmic. Is it true?
Yes. It's not, they're not religious-minded, but that's what people say.
That people say. You understand? But this is not dharma. You see. This may be some punya karma, auspicious activity, very nice karma based on morality, like that. We may say like that. But this is not param dharma. This is not param dharma. But those who are Vaishnavas, really bhaktas, devotees, those who know this tattva, bhakti tattva, they will never say this as paradharma. You understand? It is better to feed a hungry person, you understand, than to steal others' property. You understand? Or to persecute some person. It is better to accept a wife and enjoy sex than to go to prostitutes. You understand? Sex without marriage. It is better to serve one's parents, father and mother, than to serve another woman to get her love. You understand? So all these are nice activities. These are punya karma, auspicious activities. Karmas basing on morality, suniti. But these are never equal to bhakti. Krishna Bhakti. But to speak of equality, these are never the means or ways to attain bhakti also. Rather, Mahaprabhu says, Srimad Mahaprabhu says, these are stumbling blocks on the path of devotion. You see, stumbling blocks. But to speak of means, then Mahaprabhu's conclusion is this: Krishna bhaktiro badhako jatto subha subha karma sei eko jivero jnanatama dharma. Mahaprabhu says this thing. This subha subha karma, these auspicious activities, these are detrimental to Krishna bhakti. You understand? Jivaro jnanatama dharma, you see. Those who have no knowledge, those who are in complete darkness of ignorance, they accept all these things. You understand? Jnana vairagya bhaktir abhunoyongo. Ahisa jama niyamadi bhule Krishna bhakta songo. You understand? Jnana vairagya, you know, knowledge and renunciation. Jnana vairagya. Ahimsa, jama, niyama. These are not the, what do you say, limbs of bhakti. Bhaktanga. If someone develops pure bhakti, pure devotion, automatically all these ahimsa, jama, niyam, jnana, vairagya, automatically it will develop. These are not the limbs of Shuddha bhakti. You understand? Therefore, Kamatyaji Krishna bhaja sastra agyamani deva rusi pitru diger kabhunoy runi. You understand? One who giving up all sorts of material desire, serves Krishna, develops pure devotion, Shuddha bhakti, is never indebted to demigods, to rishis, to parents, pitrus, matrus. You understand? That Bhagavad says so. Vidharma chhadi bhaje Krishner charana nisiddha papa tar kabu noy mana. Ajnana ho jadi pap upasthita Krishna tar suddha kare na karay prayasti. You understand? One who has attained the stage of bhav, there is no need on his part to observe these rules and regulations, because he has transcended that space. His mind is completely absorbed at the lotus feet of Krishna. There is no other thought in his mind. How can the thought of sinful activity enter into his mind? Never. You understand? Unconsciously, if some sinful activity is done by him, Krishna excuses that devotee. I was narrating the story of Billamunda. Isn't it? This example. Krishna tare khyama kare, na karay prayashchit. He wouldn't have execute any right of atonement, you see. Krishna excuses him. He is pure in heart. Krishna knows the heart. Therefore it is said, this pap, punya, karma, jnana, yog, you understand? These are not helpful for attainment of pure devotion. These are, we say, apekhika dharma, relative dharma. But one who is very anxious to get pure devotion, Shuddha bhakti, prem bhakti, loving devotion towards the lotus feet of Krishna, he should give up all these things. Pap, punya, karma, jnana, yoga. And he should completely take shelter at the lotus feet of Hari, Guru, Vaishnava, then he can have it. You understand? Vaishnava is not a sinful person, and a sinful person is not a Vaishnava. You understand? Vaishnava means pure devotee. Pure devotee. That is Vaishnava, the real sense. So Vaishnava is not a sinful person, and sinful person is not a Vaishnava. Do you understand? If such a Vaishnava unconsciously commits some sinful activity, Krishna excuses, because he knows the heart. On his part, there is no need of doing any sort of atonement. You understand? If someone will find that no symptom of vairagya, ahimsa, jamo, niyam in some person, he should not think that he is not a Vaishnava, not a pure devotee. You understand? Those are not the real symptoms of pure devotion or pure devotee. You understand? The real symptom is completely surrender. You understand? Complete surrender. Ananya saranagati. That's the real devotion. Then automatically ahimsa, jamo, niyam, all these things will run behind him. You understand? And we'll see this thing in Mahaprabhu's Leela. While Mahaprabhu was doing kirtan in Shiva Sangan, coming back from Gaya, accepting spiritual master, Ishwarapuri, then he started Sankirtan. You understand? And that Sankirtan was going on in the night. Doors were closed, Ruddhodwar. Not publicly he was doing at that time. With his associates, devotees, in Shiva Sangam. Once a brahmachari, very strict brahmachari, who was living there, just close to Shivasa's residence, is very strict brahmachari. You understand? He was very strict brahmachari. Only for drinking milk, not taking anything else. Drinking milk only, and very strict brahmachari, not committing any sinful activity, and good Brahman, brahmachari Brahman. He requested Srivas Pandit, will you please allow me to see Mahaprabhu's Kirtan? You understand? Will you please allow me to enter your courtyard and see Mahaprabhu's Kirtan? Srivas Pandit thought of, oh, this is a nice Brahman, very strictly observing the principles of brahmacharya, only drinks milk, he never commits any sin. He may be allowed. Still, he allowed him, still put him in a place, just hiding him, not publicly coming out. You just hide it in a corner of the room, just hide. He allowed him such, hide there. Mahaprabhu is Supreme Personality of Godhead, to understand everything. Can anything be hidden? He couldn't understand. No. He knows everything. He is Supreme Personality of Godhead. He knows within and without. What is inside your heart and what is outside. So how he could understand that? He started his kirtan. So after a few minutes he said, no, is there someone else here who is not a devotee? Huh? Why? I cannot get bhav in my kirtan. There must be something, someone else who is not at all a devotee. You understand? Then Srivas Pandit Kunta now speak lie. He said, all right, yes, I have allowed such person, that brahmachari, here, and he was hiding there. Then Mahaprabhu got angry. You understand? Quickly get him out! Very soon, immediately. Don't allow him here. You understand? Huh? Nice description of him, given there. Suni krodha vase tabe bole Vishwambara, jat badi ro bahir lo yahan. Immediately get him out, get him out. He was angry and said, Mon nritya dekhe tar kon shakti? Has he qualification to see my dance? Huh? Poyopano korile ki mote hoy bhakti. Huh? Only by drinking milk can one develop bhakti unto me? He says, Dui bhuja tuli prabhu anguli dekhai. Huh? Poyopane kabhu mor ke honai pai. Mahaprabhu says, nobody can get me only by drinking milk. You understand? The cow's calf is drinking milk. Can get it? You understand? Chandalo mohar sarana. Jadi loy, say more muitar janiyo nischa. If someone is chandal, dog eater, you see, chandal, huh? If he completely takes shelter unto me, completely surrenders himself unto me, unto my lotus feet, then I am his, he is mine. He becomes dear to me. Sannyasya more jadi naloy soron, seho more noy satya bolil divar. One may be a sannyasi. You understand? One may be a sannyasi, great renunciation. Huh? But if he doesn't take shelter, complete shelter at my lotus feet, if he doesn't completely surrender himself at my lotus feet, he is not mine. I am not his. You understand? Satya bolilu bachon. This is truth. I speak of truth, you see. Gajendra Banor Gope ki tapa korilo. Bolo dekhi tar amore kimati paira. Huh? The elephant, Gajendra. Huh? You know elephant? Gajendra. That is in 8th canto, Srimad Bhagavatam. He got the monkeys, Lord Ram's soldiers, Hanuman, Jambupon, you understand, the monkeys, Ram's followers, soldiers, and the cowherd boys and gopis, cowherd girls, you understand? Have they undergone any austerity and tapasya? How could they get me? You understand? How could they get me? Asura topo kore, kyo hoy tar? The demons undergo very severe austerity penance. Hundreds and hundreds of years. You understand? They become these ant hills, you see. Ant hill. But what happens to them? What happens to them? Which is undergoing so much severe austerity and penance. What happens to them? They become my enemy. Isn't it? They were killed, destroyed. You see? Asura topokar kya hota? Vine mor sarlo loile nahi pa. Unless one completely surrenders unto me, He cannot know me, he cannot understand me, he cannot get me. He cannot develop your devotion unto me. Prabhu bole poe pane more nahi paya sokoli korimutunno dikhi dha. Only by drinking milk nobody can get me. This Mahaprabhu's statement. This pure devotion is something different. You understand? Something different. Therefore, this Narada Muni says this thing, and my revered spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada says, the gopis, the cowherd boys, Mother Jasoda, Nanda Maharaj, all the inhabitants of Vrindavan do not need to practice conventional personal meditation for attention. You see, no need at all. You understand? There is something different. It only requires your pure heart. Pure heart. Anya vidasta sunyam jnana karmadi anabhumanukullena prasnana shulanam bhakti ruttama. Rupa Goswami, Srila Rupa Goswami. Vidasta sunyam jnana karmadi anabhumanukullena prasnana shulanam bhakti ruttama. Rupa Goswami, Srila Rupa Goswami says this thing. No other motive. No desire of karmi for material enjoyment, no desire of jnani for salvation, mukti. Only serving Krishna everly. Anukullena Krishna anushalanam. To please him. In return, not aspiring for anything. That is bhakti uttama, uttam bhakti, shuddh bhakti. You understand? Shuddh bhakti. That Rupa Goswami says. That bhakta never asks for anything. Only bhavatad bhakti rahetu vitvai. Na dhanam na janam, na sundarim kapitam va jagadisha kamai. Mama janmani janmanishware bhavatad bhakti rahetu vitvai. The Mahaprabhu's teaching. This is shuddh bhakti. You understand? So, this has been stressed. And that Krishna, Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, is only captured through this Shuddh Bhakti. Bhakti Vasmo Madhava. And let that Krishna shower his mercy upon us. Narada Muni says.
Jai Srila Prabhupada Ji Maharaj.
Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th canto, chapter 10, text 51. Maya, Kokjana. Bhagavan Rajan, Betanodvihatam Jasaha, Purarudrasya Devasya, Mayananam Tamayana. Translation. Yes, Srila Prabhupada. My dear King, Yudhishthir, long ago in history, a demon known as Mayadanava was very expert in technical knowledge, reduced the reputation of Lord Shiva. In that situation, Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, saved Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva is known as Mahadeva, the most exalted demigod. Thus Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says that although Lord Brahma didn't know the glories of Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Shiva would have known them. This historical incident proves that Lord Shiva derives power from Lord Krishna, the Param Brahma. This is all about Shivaji. How Shivaji is very powerful demigod. And also Vaishnavananga Sambhu. Shivaji is great Vaishnava also. Brahma Samhita says, Khiram jathadadhi vikara vishesha yogat sanjayatana hitata prathagasteto jasambutam api tatha sampeti karjat govindam adi purusham tamam bhajami. An example is given here, the distinction between Vishnu and Shiva. The distinction between Vishnu and Shiva is that of distinction between milk and Jogrut. Jogrut is none different from milk, but it cannot be called milk, it cannot be made milk, cannot turn into milk, because some amla sour thing is added to it. Similarly, Shivaji is that Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu for the matter of annihilation has become Shivaji, Shiva. But he has accepted this tamogun, mode of ignorance. Therefore, though Vishnu is always in Shuddha Sattva, but when he accepts this tamogun, mode of ignorance, and becomes Shiva Rudra, he is not in that mode. So he cannot be said Vishnu. So Shivaji cannot be said Vishnu. Oh, he cannot be turned into Vishnu. The example of milk and curd. This is stated in Brahma Samhita. And that Shiva, Lord Shiva, has many, many good qualities. He is powerful demigod, he is very magnanimous, he is always in meditative, in trance, meditative mood. And he also allows Jakhyo, Rakhyo, Rakshos, Bhuto, Preto, Pishats, all this to assemble there with him. You understand? Nobody wants them. Bhutos, Ghosh, Pretos, Pishachas, Rakshasos, nobody wants. All reject them. But Shivaji says, all right, you come to me. All Shivaji accepts all rejected stuff. Rejected stuff. We also see when this ocean-like poison was produced from the tuning of milk ocean, when the demons and the demigods were tuning, isn't it? All good things are taken by some demigods, some Vishnu, they took all these things. But when this poison came, nobody was prepared to accept it. But Shivaji says, all right, nobody wants to take it, all right, give it to me. So he took. And it's so powerful. He drank the sun-like poison. Still, nothing happened to him. No harm was there. You see? So powerful, so potential, Shivaji. Therefore these demons, Jakhyo, Rakhyo, Bhuto, Preto, Pishacho, demons, they go to Shivaji. They worship Shiva. Shiva is Asutosh, easily pleased. Offering one bell leaf, pouring water, Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaji is pleased. All right. What do you want? Then these demons, you see, they want all this material enjoyment, name, fame, prestige, all these things they want. And Shivaji gave them, granted, all right. So that Danav, it is say Danav, and somewhere it also say Brukasur. Asked this boon. Shivaji, he worshipped Shivaji, Shivaji was pleased, then he asked for this boon. Please give me this boon. If I put my hand in someone's head, he will be destroyed. He got that boon from Shivaji. But Shivaji couldn't think of why this demon was asking for such boon. He will destroy one and all and he will remain alone. Why? He never thinks of these things. He never thinks. He granted, you see. And he was put into trouble. And very easily he got that boon. Then that demon said, is it true? Very easily. Give me this boon. He is looking like a madman, dancing, naked man. Snakes are there as ornaments. And the garland of bones are there. Smearing this ashes from cremation ground. No. Out and dancing in the cremation ground. So, is this boon effective? Or he cheated him? So, he wanted, all right, I will test it. So he wanted to test it by placing his hand on the head of Shiva. Shivaji gave him boon and then he wanted to kill him thereby. But whatever Shiva said, that will come true. He is such a powerful demigod, Vaishnava also. But Shiva now was put into trouble. The demon was running behind him, Shiva was running and demon was running behind him. Then at last Shivaji approached Lord Narayana. Nobody but Narayana could save him, you see. So Narayana saved Shiva. Narayana told that demon, oh, you are such a foolish, ignorant fool. You have no intelligence. Why are you running after Shivaji? You see, he is a madman. He is a madman. Do you believe a madman? Nobody believes madman. So why are you running after Shivaji? So long way you are running breathlessly, exhorting yourself, such a fool. Why don't you put your hand on your own head and test it? Why are you running after Shivaji? Lord Narayana's trick, Maya, how one can surpass it, you see. Then he thought, all right, this is a nice thing. He put his hand on his own head to destroy it. So, Shivaji was saved. You understand? Shiva is such a great person. And thus Shivaji has many good qualities. He is always in meditative mood in trance, samadhi, bhav, ecstatic. Krishna nama guna gaya nache digambara. Krishna guna nama gaya nache digambara. Krishna preme unumatto nache digambara. You see, he is digambara, naked man. He is ecstatic in Krishna prem, you see. He is glorifying Lord Krishna, Lord Vishnu, and dancing. Such a devotee, Vaishnava, nache digambara. Nirantara bole Krishna, ami Krishna Dasa. Always he says that I am Krishna Dasa. I am the servitor of Krishna. Vaishnava, Vaishnavanam jata Shambhu. You see. Therefore Vaishnavas worship Shivaji. Gopis worship Shivaji. You'll see Gopishwar Mahadev Shiva temple in Vrindavan. Gopishwar Mahadev. Gopis were worshipping and asking for this boon. Let Krishna be our husband. You understand? So Vaishnavas also worship Shivaji and ask for this boon. Let us have Krishna Bhakti. Please give us this boon. You understand? And Shivaji has two types of krupa. Akapata krupa, Sokapata Krupa. Krupa with duplicity, with cheating mentality, and Krupa without duplicity. Akapata Krupa. And Vaishnavas ask for Akapata Krupa. And that is needed. You worship Shiva, Shiva is a Vaishnava. If you get his mercy, then you can develop Krishna Bhakti. Ask for Krishna Bhakti. That is Akapata Krupa. But demons, they ask for these material things. So Shivaji gives them. Shivaji gives them. You understand? That is Sokapata Krupa. Because thereby they will be destroyed. If these material things, material opulence, material enjoyment, material name, fame, prestige, all these things are very good things, why doesn't Shivaji himself enjoy it? He is very, very renunciate, you see. Because he knows these are not good things. If someone accepts all these things, he will be destroyed. The demons, they ask for this thing, Shivaji get them, and they are destroyed. You see, that is Sokapata Krupa. And we'll find also that thing I have given description of the Daksha Yajna, Daksha sacrifice. Daksha happened to be the father-in-law of Shivaji. Because Daksha's daughter Sati had married Shivaji. So Shivaji was son-in-law of Daksha. Once there was a great sacrifice. Some Brahmanas were doing some great sacrifice. All demigods were invited to that sacrifice of Arena, Yajna Sthali. Lord Brahma was there, Lord Shiva went there, all other demigods went there. Great Brahmana Bhrugu, he was performing sacrifice. And many Brahmanas were there. So Daksha Prajapati came there. Daksha Prajapati, very powerful Prajapati. His name is Daksha. Daksha means expert. You understand? Expert. His name is Daksha. Daksha means expert. Expert in producing population, increasing population, producing this children, you see, very expert. I mean, expert in sexual activity. His name is Daksha. You understand? His name is Daksha. You understand? So is Daksha Prajapati, one of the very great Prajapatis. So when Daksha Prajapati came, all but Lord Brahma and Shiva stood up and showed him respect. But Brahma and Shiva didn't stand up and didn't show him respect. Brahma happened to be his father, so he didn't stand up and show respect. And Daksha Prajapati didn't mind it, because he is my father. But when Shiva didn't stand up and show respect, he got angry. What is this? This person, ugly looking person, naked person, Shiva, as my son-in-law, he didn't show me respect. So he chastised Shiva, spoke many ills about Shiva. But Shiva could tolerate it. He tolerated everything. You are not disturbed. But the attendants, the followers of Shivaji, were very much angry. So there was enmity developed between Daksha Prajapati and Shivaji. You understand? But Shivaji was not disturbed. He knew it very well that this Daksha Prajapati was in the bodily conception of life. He was considering everything in that conception. My son-in-law like that. But Shivaji, always in transcendental position, Samadhi, Shivaji. Why such a Vaishnava will pay respect such a person who is in bodily conception? Life, you see. Huh? Rather, that Vaishnava should be respected, worshipped. But Dakya Prajapati didn't have no such conception. It was in bodily conception. So once Dakya Prajapati performed yajna, he invited one and all demigods, but he didn't invite Shivaji. Do you understand? Because of this enmity. He didn't like Shivaji. And that Dakya Prajapati had many daughters, so many son-in-laws. So they were all invited. So Sati's all daughters, other daughters, sisters, Sati's other sisters, and their husbands, they were going with aeroplane in the sky, so she could see it. So she told Shivaji, you see, all my sisters are going to my father's house. She was performing a great sacrifice. How they were nicely decorated, putting on nice saris. They are going with their husbands in the aeroplane. We should go. So he told Shivaji. Shivaji said, no, we won't go there. We are not invited. We won't go there. Then Sati says, there's no need of invitation. No need of invitation. Because that is my father's house. So there's no need of invitation to go to father's house. There's no need of invitation to go to Guru's house. Do you understand? There's no need of invitation to go to the house of an intimate friend. No need. Without invitation, one may go there. She was saying, yes, that's a fact. But here it is. Danger is there. If you go, you'll face the danger. Don't go there. But this is woman's nature. They are always anxious to go to their father's house. Sati didn't accept it. She was his advice. She went to her father's house. But when she reached there, she saw only his mother and his sisters. They spoke to her, smilingly. Asked some good things. How are you? So many things. Kushal Prashna. We say Kushal Prashna. Kushal Jigyasa. But her father, Dakya Prajapati, didn't utter a word. Rather, from his facial expression, it was understood that Dakya Prajapati was very angry. And this blasphemy of Shiva was going on there. Sati couldn't tolerate it. Sati knows it very well. Shiva is a great Vaishnava, elevated, more elevated person. And her father is a very low consciousness. His unbodily conception of life. So Sati couldn't tolerate it. Vaishnava Ninda. You understand? It's Vaishnava Ninda, Vaishnava blasphemy. He couldn't tolerate it. She told her father how Shivaji is a Vaishnava, how Shivaji is a more elevated person, how he is not in bodily conception life, how he is always in transcendental state. And you are, she told her father, you are in bodily conception life. You are of low consciousness. Therefore you have developed such enmity towards Shivaji, such great elevated Vaishnava, Shivaji. You are committing thereby offense. She said like that. And thought of that I have got this body from you. From you. And so I think this body is polluted body. Because your consciousness is polluted consciousness. And you have produced body. You have given this body to me. So this body is polluted. I don't want to keep this body. I will finish this body. So she finished that body in that fire sacrifice. You understand? Fire of that sacrifice. You understand? And that we say, if someone does Vaishnava Ninda, he is a great offender. He must go to hell. That we are singing that song. Surapani Samadhi Vaishnava Ninde. Tathapi naso jaye kohe shastra bunde. You see, if person who is as powerful as Surapani, that means Shivaji, if he does Vaishnava Ninda, he will be destroyed. What to speak about that? So many things we are singing that thing, Vaishnava Ninda. Therefore, that Daksha Prajapati was killed, you see, as a result of Vaishnava Ninda. He was destroyed. Shivaji got angry, then Shivaji came, getting news from his followers. Some followers had gone there to save Sati from danger. When they saw this Sati destroyed her body, and that Bhrugu Brahman, he uttered Vedikahiman from Rigveda, and after oblation, you say, Ahuti, what do you say? Oblations, in the fire. So, very powerful demigods named Rubhuds, they appeared from the fire. Very powerful demigods, Rubhuds. And they just made these attendants and followers of Shivaji dispersed. So out of fear they ran away. And then they intimated Shivaji, then Shiva came, and Shiva got angry at that time. And he destroyed that sacrifice of Daksha and killed Daksha. Shiva, Daksha was killed. You see. So the result of Vaishnava Ninda. You understand? This is mentioned there. This is all about Shiva. And then Sati, this is explained there. Very nice story. In that part of Srimad Bhagavatam, this is in fourth canto, Srimad Bhagavatam. That's nicely explained there. How this Vaishnava Ninda is so dangerous. If someone hears that, he will be also offended. No one should hear Vaishnava Ninda. One who does Vaishnava Ninda, he is an offender. And one who hears, he is also an offender. So, one should not hear. If you have power, if the hearer has power, he can cut off the tongue of that person who does Vaishnava Ninda. You have no power. If you cannot do this thing, leave that place. Go away from that place. One should not hear such things. If you cannot live, then commit suicide. Finish your body. Better to die. Sati did it. Sati died. Do you understand? So this has been said. So that we have. One should be very, very careful not to commit any Vaishnava aparadha. then you will be destroyed, all your bhakti vritti will be finished, everything will be finished. You don't. Some kind of chapter 10, text 52. Rajovacha kasmin karmani devasya mayo ahanjagat isitu jathatopachita kirti krishnananena kathatam. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Maharaja said, for what reason did the demon Maya Danava vanquish Lord Shiva's reputation? How did Lord Krishna save Lord Shiva and expand his reputation again? Kindly describe these incidents. Nirjita Asura Devi Judhiyanenopabruhite Mainang Paramacharjam Mayam Saranamajayo Nardavacha Nirjita Asura Devi Judhiyanenopabruhite Mainang Paramacharjam Mayam Saranamajayo. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Narada Muni said, when the demigods were always powerful by the mercy of Lord Krishna, what with the Asuras? The Asuras were defeated and therefore they took shelter of Mayadanava, the greatest of the demons. By Srila Prabhupada. Mayadanava, the greatest leader of the demons, prepared 3 invisible residences and gave them to the demons. These dwellings resembled airplanes made of gold, silver and iron, and they contained uncommon paraphernalia. My dear King Yudhishthir, because of these 3 dwellings, the commanders of the demons remained invisible to the demigods. Taking advantage of this opportunity, the demons, remembering their former enmity, began to vanquish the 3 worlds, the upper, middle and lower planetary systems. Prabhupada, 56. Thereafter, when the demons had begun to destroy the higher planetary systems, the rulers of those planets went to Lord Shiva, fully surrendered unto him and said, Dear Lord, we demigods, living in the 3 worlds, are about to be vanquished. We are your followers, kindly save us. Most powerful and able Lord Shiva reassured them and said, Do not be afraid. He then fixed his arrows to his bow and released them towards the 3 residences occupied by the demons. The arrows released by Lord Shiva appeared like fiery beams emanating from the sun globe and covered the 3 residential airplanes, which could then no longer be seen. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Attacked by Lord Shiva's golden arrows, all the demoniac inhabitants of those 3 dwellings lost their lives and fell down. Then the great mystic Danava, Mayadanava, dropped the demons into a nectarian well that he had created. The Asuras are generally extremely powerful because of their mystic yogic power. However, as Lord Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Yoginangapi sarvesang madgatinantratmanam Saddhavan bhajate jo mang Swami juktatamu mataha. Of all yogis, he who always abides in me with great faith, worshipping me in transcendental loving service, is most intimately united with me in yoga and is the highest of all. The actual purpose of mystic yoga is to concentrate one's attention fully and the personality of Godhead, Krishna. And always think of him, Madgatayena Antaratmanam. To attain such perfection, one must undergo a certain process, Hatha Yoga. And through this yoga system, the practitioner achieves some uncommon mystic power. The asuras, however, instead of becoming devotees of Krishna, utilize this mystic power for their personal sense gratification. Mayadanava, for example, is mentioned here as Mahayogi, great mystic, but his business was to help the asuras. Nowadays, we are actually seeing that there are some yogis who cater to the senses of mortals, and there are impostors who advertise themselves as God. Mayadanava was such a person, a god among the demons, and he could perform some wonderful feats, one of which is described here. He made a well filled with nectar and dipped the asuras into that nectarian well. This nectar was known as Mrutasanjivani. Mrutasanjivai Tari. For it could bring a dead body to life. Mrutasanjivai Tari is also an Ayurvedic preparation. It is a kind of liquor that invigorates even a person on the verge of death. ए श्लोक ऊपर आमर श्री नारद Muni describes about how Lord Shiva's reputation was destroyed by the mystic arrangements of Mayadanava. And then how by grace of Krishna, Lord Shiva was saved. We will give description, some description. Especially in this text, 59 it is said, attacked by Lord Shiva's golden arrows, all the demoniac inhabitants of those three dwellings lost their lives and fell down. Then great mystic Mayadanava dropped the demons, the nectarian well that he had created. You see, such mystic power that Mayadanava had achieved. Had created a nectarian well known as Mruta Sanjivayitri. For it could bring a dead body to life. You see, such mystic power he had achieved. So, the more Lord Shiva was killing, the more he was making them alive, all demons. So Lord Shiva was bewildered. What happened? I'm killing again, they were getting back life. What shall I do? He couldn't think of anything. Then Lord Shiva takes shelter of Lord Krishna, Narayana. Then by his grace, Lord Narayana's grace, his reputation was saved. That description Narada Muni gave. The point of discussion is here, topic is here, though these asuras could achieve such great mystic perfection, yoga siddhi, still they were destroyed. Still they are destroyed. You understand? Because Lord Krishna is known as Yogeshwara. Jatra Yogeshwara Krishna, Jatra Partha-dhanurdharo, Tatra Sri Vijaya Bhuti Dhruva Niti Matir Mama. Last verse of Bhagavad Gita. Sanjay says. So, Dhritarashtra. Yogeshwara Krishna, this is significant. Krishna is Yogeshwara, the master of all yogas. Yogas, you see. Can anybody surpass him? Because he is Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is supreme in all respect. Matta paratram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya. He has said that thing. O Dhananjaya Arjuna, there is nobody superior to me. Nobody can be equal to him or superior to him. Because he is supreme. Haristeka tattvam vidhishiva suresh pranamitam. That Hari is Param Tattva, Lord Hari is Param Tattva. Even Vidhi, Lord Brahma, Shiva, Suresha, Indra, Lord Indra, the king of heaven, they are all subordinates. Lord Krishna. Ekali Ishwara Krishna are Sobhrutya. Krishna is the only Ishwara, master, and all rest his servants. Even we discussed also, have discussed the incarnations. That Lord Hari, Krishna, has innumerable incarnations. Even those incarnations, they come and they serve Krishna, give him pleasure. Aner ki katha swayam baladev mahasajar bhav sudasakya বাৎসল্য দিমত তেহ আপনাকে করেন দাস ভাবনা কৃষ্ণ দাস অভিনয় আছে কোন জানা দিস ইজ সেড ইন শ্রী চৈতন্য চরিতামৃত but to speak of others, even Lord Baladev, he comes and serves Krishna. You understand? But to speak of others, he comes and serves Krishna. Krishna das অভিনয় আছে কোন জানা? Is there anybody? Is not a Krishna das, but a servant of Krishna. Krishna is the only master, supreme personality of Godhead. Nobody can surpass. How the asuras can surpass him through this yogic feats? Cannot. Though Moyadanava was expert, here it is said, Mahajogi. Moyadanava is mentioned here, Mahajogi, great mystic. You see. Still, he cannot surpass Supreme Personality of God. Krishna is Yogeshwara by this yogic feats, you see. So those who are bhaktas, those who are dear devotees of the Supreme Lord Krishna, they are also yogis. And here my revered spiritual master Sri Prabhupada Maharaj said, actual purpose of yoga is to concentrate on attention fully on the Supreme Personality of God Krishna and always think of him. Madgati antaratma. This is the actual process of yoga. Means to fix your mind or attention on the lotus feet of Krishna. Always, every moment, one should be attached to Krishna. One who has done so, one who is always attached to Krishna, is the greatest of all yogis. That Srimad Bhagavad Gita says. Yoginang api sarvesang madgati antaratmana suddha bhadatamang Swami juktatama mata. You see, this 6th chapter, which is quoted here. Srila Prabhupada has quoted that. It is best of all yogis. That bhakti yogi is the best of all yogis. Do you understand? Bhakti yogi is the best of all yogis. All these yogis, hot yogis, these asuras, they cannot surpass a bhakti yogi. Bhakta also. Do you understand? Because Krishna, the Yogeshwara, is very dear to such bhakti yogis. Then Krishna has said that thing, that aham bhakto radhina asutantra ivadija sadhugiri grasta huder bhaktir bhaktajan priya. You see, Krishna has said this thing. Aham bhakto paradhina. though Krishna is supreme in all respect, still he says, I am subordinate to my devotee. Krishna samya hoite hoy bodo bhakta podo. Krishna samya hoite hoy bodo bhakta podo. This has been said also. Nobody can surpass a bhakta. You see, if someone wants to become one with Krishna, equal with Krishna, he will be baffled. He cannot be. The Krishna is supreme. But if someone becomes his devotee, they are devotee of Krishna, Krishna makes him greater than he. Krishna samya haita hoy bodo bhakta podo. So this has been said. Krishna samya haita hoy bodo bhakta podo. Why do you want to become one with Krishna or equal with Krishna? Become his devotee. You are such a foolish person, you rascally fool. You want to become God? As Maharaja was advertising, I am God. I can create such mystic power, these mystic feats. So I can make them leave these dead demons, you see, and he was doing. But such Danavas, such Asuras, they were baffled. At last they are destroyed, they are killed by the Supreme Lord, you see. So if someone becomes their devotee, then Krishna will make him great, greater than he. And this is a fact. Krishna samya hoite hoy bodo bhakta podo. So bhakta becomes greater than Krishna. And Krishna makes himself, and Krishna gets pleasure out of that. This is Krishna, that Krishna wants. Let my bhakta surpass me. Let my bhakta surpass me. That Krishna wants. Therefore, one should become his devotee. So that devotee is the greatest yogi, greatest of all yogis. So all these yoga siddhis, they roll at the feet of a bhakta. You understand? All these yoga siddhis roll at the feet of a bhakta. You understand? But bhakta is not attached to these siddhis. Demons are attached to the siddhis, and adhering or acquiring such siddhis, those demons, they utilize those siddhis for their sense gratification.